Hi guys, me and Jackman are back for what is technically day 6.
Yeah.
This is literally, we are talking 3 to 4 hours left before we really need to start thinking about putting fuel in the car, giving it a wash, but getting on the road really. Obviously we left you with a braking issue in the last episode, which was not too fun. We have a master cylinder which we're going to get fitted.
Yep. So
Jackman's done that. Brookhouse Volvo again.
Yeah, master cylinder, new reservoir for it as well.
Yeah.
So replace that one with everything new.
So that basically bins off all that and does that.
Yep.
If this is the issue, people have commented saying potentially a vacuum problem with the servo. We've done a few checks to kind of eliminate that, but the symptoms could be that. But we're not going to know until we fix it with the master cylinder.
The other thing is, since the video, I've been able to replicate it without the engine running.
Yes.
So I can
and if you look in there, it's black, isn't it? And that's quite clean fluid because
it's all brand new fluid.
And it's gone black already. Like the seals, we can kind of see the colour of it.
There you go.
It's just not nice in there, and that normally is a sign that the rubber seals inside have started to break down, which is causing the intermittent issue. But we're going to see. We're going to work with it. We're trying our best right now. We're not feeling too hopeful, but we're going to keep plugging away. Jackman's just made up some new HT leads for it. Which
so the running issues, what I've done is new set of HT leads, because as you were aware, I ordered the wrong one, so I've ordered the correct ones this time. And I've also fitted the new Volvo plugs in it, so it's a fresh ignition system now. Yeah,
so they're all absolutely brand new. So everything, even the coil, it's all electronic ignition, new leads, new plugs, nothing like Jackman said.
Yeah.
So
I've also replaced all the engine and gearbox mounts because the engine was rocking, and I've also fixed the exhaust so it no longer rattles.
Yeah, so that's quite a few things off the list. It's now misfire, which is still a problem. We have actually ordered a new carburetor, haven't you? Yeah. This is how dedicated. I mean, this is W. Jackman's daily car, so it does need to be right.
So I don't know if you pick it up.
Yeah,
but
we've just fired it up and noticed that it's spewing out oil out the top.
So the way this works is you've got a reservoir of oil, which is normally ATF fluid.
Yeah.
And that sits under this cap.
So this is a Stromberg carb for people that are not sure about which one it is.
I think it's is it a Stromberg or a Pierberg? I'm not too sure. I know it says Stromberg on the top, but I've had other people say that they're Pierberg.
Yeah, so...
And, well, you know what, while we're here, let's...
Obviously all the fueling side's been changed and that's new, and yeah, we are really troubleshooting it at the moment. Yeah, so. But there is a new carburetor, is it cheeky Weber as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not twin Webers, it's just a replacement.
Is it a downdraft Weber, isn't it, just one? It's oil.
No, that's fuel leaking out the bottom of the carb.
Well, there you go. We've just found fuel leaking as well.
So the bottom gasket.
Bottom's leaking, top's going.
So we'll take that off.
Yeah.
Just need something to get on with it. So this just pops off.
Stuck in there.
Yeah, we'll come back.
Yeah, we'll come back to it. But yeah, basically the misfire is still there, but we're going to focus on the brakes. Yeah. And at least we can take it up and down the road, just make sure the brakes aren't failing again, because that is a good thing to have. And go from there. But first it's brew, isn't it?
Yeah. As always.
Brew and biscuits, you know what it's all like. So yeah, we're trying our best, guys. Obviously, if we don't make it, this video will just go out on the Sunday. Just saying about what's what, but we are trying. This is Saturday, like I say, hours before. We've really got no time after this. So
I think the main thing is we both want to be safe.
Yeah.
If there's anything slightly wrong with like the fueling or the brakes, we're not risking it.
No, because braking, obviously self-explanatory. It's your braking, but fueling, fuel leaks, hot car, it's just not worth it. It's quite a few. Me and Jackman as well. We're in the north of England. The show's down in the Cotswolds, and it's a big drive for us. This is its like maiden voyage, so we're not confident in it. It can't go.
Yeah, we don't want to break down the motorway or anything like that.
It'll just make the day even worse, you know. So we have basically said if we can't make it, then we are still going to do Volvo related things potentially and try and get something else fixed on this, or we'll crack on with the other one. But we'll try and do something. We're celebrating 240 somehow.
Yeah.
We've celebrated somehow. Whether we're fixing them or at an event, we're going to celebrate it.
Well,
so.
I suppose if we don't make it, we'll just take it to Rustival instead.
Yeah, that's the idea. So Rustival's at the end of the month. So.
Yeah, because I need a car regardless.
Yes.
After the Mini broke.
Yeah. The Mini. You've seen that on the channel a few times. Poor Mini. Right, brew time, and we're back with you with a game plan for the brakes.
So we've got the cap off now. So as you can see inside it, there's just like a fluid reservoir of ATF, and in the centre you've got the same dashboard oil that you put in any sort of SU carb, and all that happens is you just fit the cap.
And that secures it down.
Yeah, so that's all it is, but it's when it's running, it's blowing oil past. I know it's slightly on a slope, but
Completely changing the subject. Going back to my car, people have noticed in the video of mine that my carburetor is leaking. Mine's covered in that. Do you think that's that seal let go, maybe?
no, yours is a different carb.
No, but my carb's covered in oil, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's not the same.
Not the same setup. Okay.
No. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm sure you can agree. A spanner. So yeah, we're on with the brakes, but Jackman just wanted to spend some time just having a look at this. But yeah, it's actually, we've noticed it's dripping fuel out the bottom now as well, so yeah, that's not good.
That's why it's good having two cars. So this is the one that'll be on yours.
Yeah.
It's the same as mine. But as you can see,
A little bit of a carburetor masterclass here.
Yeah,
oh yeah, two. That look quite good actually. So you have two different carbs.
No. But they're just different.
Yeah.
So I don't think this one has the oil inside it. I've not really looked into it.
No.
But you can see
that would
mine.
just have a dashboard, a bit like an SU carburetor, wouldn't it? Where it just, yeah.
But either way, this one's just as dirty as yours.
Yeah.
And I think it's just the age of the car, and it's got like it's just set up differently.
Yeah.
That's the biggest difference with them.
All right, back to the brakes. So that's the master cylinder just moved out of the way there, and Jackman's having a good old gander inside.
Don't fall, stay there.
And that's what it looks like.
It does look. It looks all right. It's
Just where it's sat, the mating face, and the
Yeah.
seal looks quite good in there.
Everything looks good. It's
There's
just
no
that.
leaking or anything.
No. But
That looks a bit stuck.
it doesn't look greatest. I think we'll put the new master on it,
And then we'll go from there, I think, yeah.
and then we might take this apart and have a look inside it.
Yeah, investigate. But that fluid should definitely not be this colour and really black after a few, well, what, 5 miles driving?
Yeah.
So it's basically all new fluid.
But it's not leaking fluid past it, so it's all. That's why the level's not gone down.
Yeah. Right, new one going in. Right, so we've got some food on order. Cheeky McDonald's, because it would be rude not to, just to keep us going. But we thought I'd take a second just to go through some questions that people have been asking over the last 5 days about stuff. First off, I'll let Jackman kick off with the first one.
So Alan asked about how did I fix the alternator, the light coming on. The problem with the alternator was the old one had an internal short. So looking at another here. There should be an earth from the alternator to the block. However, this one is broken. It's like, can't find it anywhere. So it wasn't earthing, which is why the light wasn't coming on originally. But once I'd fixed the earth, it was just...
It showed the short then.
Yeah, the short was in the alternator itself. I repaired the wires because Alan kindly sent me a link to the fact it had been happened before. And so those wires were replaced underneath it. So it's got new charging wires and the alternator off the Rosberg.
Yeah.
So luckily I had a spare alternator, so that's why I didn't have to order on. So that's how that was resolved, was just by replacing the alternator and wiring.
Yeah, so that was a job done. Massive thank you to you, Alan. And I know you comment on a lot of our videos on the Volvo, so we really appreciate it.
Because he also mentioned about the alternator on that topic. He sent me a post on the Volvo forum.
Oh, for the wiper motor conversion, yeah. Yeah, so that was, is it S40?
It's an S40.
S40 wiper motor.
Yeah, the article said, I think it was a 2001 one that he got. That's a 2002, but it's still the same. There's a couple of differences that I did on this one. pop me temporary rain cover.
Yeah, it's not fully finished.
So I was lucky, and mine came with the original plug. So I've just wired the plug into spade connectors and used the original one from the old wiper motor. The Volvo Forum ones is basically you just solder onto these and use that instead.
Yeah.
The downside is this is higher up, so it is slightly open to the element. So I've just got half a spray can lid to protect it until I must get something 3D printed to sit on top of it.
Yeah, I think that's a job for Matt, that one. I think it's a 3D printing work. He likes a bit of printing. So yeah, there's just a few things that we want to just cover. There was a few other bits, wasn't there?
Yes.
People have asked about.
So when I was doing this, they said the reason it was draining back was
the fuel filter the wrong way round, wasn't it?
The fuel filter was actually the right way around. I checked that. When I didn't film any of this, but when I took the pump out, you could see where the fuel had been coming in through it.
Yeah.
And when I actually split it apart, underneath the diaphragm there was also fuel. So somehow it was leaking past the main diaphragm.
So that was, and if you do remember from one of the earlier videos, that was new. It looked brand new, didn't it?
It was brand new.
The fuel pump was brand new.
But they do say that some of them you're unlucky if it sits with the ethanol, it'll leak through it. I couldn't see anything wrong with the diaphragm, like visually, but fuel wasn't able to get
it's not doing it now, so it's not all fuely in the engine, is it, and stuff like that. So
it's got mechanical. It's not got a mechanical pump. So it's not leaking in.
No, and yeah, it's a nicer setup with this filter and stuff like that, like the glass bowl. Well, you can change them filters out, and then obviously runs a proper.
But I'm also lucky in the fact of now I've got the electric pump. When I put the downdraft Weber on it, I've got the fuel flow where that needs.
Yeah.
That one's going to be nothing mad. It's just, what was it? It's a 32, 36, so it's a progressive opening one. Yeah. So it's not anything. But
it's got to be anything's better than this leaking top and bottom carburetor.
Yeah. So people have mentioned the vacuum leaks. I've sprayed brake cleaner over everything. Nothing changes the idle the way it works. I've checked everything else that I can think of. The only other thing I can possibly think of is the diaphragm in here.
Yes,
I've already had to replace one of them that was in it, and I got the diaphragm off a carb that was in the boot. But again, I don't know.
So you kind of made one out of the two, and it's still a bit rubbish.
But it could be this the fact of
Shop Cat's coming back.
Where are you off to?
She's heard food's coming.
I didn't order nuggets for Shop Dog.
Oh, don't worry about it. Oh, she's there. She's inspecting.
Oh, no. Where's she going? Oh, she's on the roof.
There she is.
Yeah, she makes sure that we're safe.
Yeah.
So going back to checked all the vacuum lines, that's not making any difference. I do think it's possibly something in that carb, because I don't even think this carb's off a Volvo.
No. It is different to the earlier one on Rose, the 245, and Frank, the 244, but this is a later car, isn't it?
It's a later car, and it's a right designed carb for the car, but the slight differences between that and the one that was in the boot.
Right,
I don't know if that's why it's funny, because
if I do remember rightly, and I might have got this a little bit crossed, there's a video recently come out of Tasty Classics who's got a Triumph Vitesse, and it's got two of these in that say Strongberg on the top, and they look exactly like this. So maybe potentially this is a mashup of a Triumph carb with a Volvo carb, and that's why parts aren't working together. Well, it's just throwing it out there as an idea.
It might have the wrong needle in.
Yeah.
If it's not from a Volvo.
Yeah, so it's not tuned for this engine, is it?
Right, engine's carb, needle, sorry.
One thing we have said, and I'm wondering if you guys are interested in that. Jackman's obviously got the Weber carburetor coming for the car, and we'll have to have it set up, maybe rolling roaded. Should we try and film that? That'd be quite cool.
If we can get someone that's happy for us to do it.
Yeah, we're off the ask, but it'd be nice to see if we can get it rolling roaded and just see how many of the ponies it's lost over the years. Or we increase it, because it's got a performance exhaust and a better carb. Might be better. It's a low mileage engine. Jackman's not feeling hopeful.
No, if I was going for power and I'd done
I think it's a useful experiment, especially we can get the other Volvo there as well at one point, and we can see.
I think the main thing for me is I'm not after power.
No, this is your car, isn't it?
I wouldn't say it's performance exhaust. It was an exhaust kit that I could get hold of.
Yeah, really good, by the way. And some people have asked like how well it's fitted. So Jackman has mentioned, he just covered it earlier on in the video, it was tapping on the fuel tank. Yeah, that was just adjustments. Yeah, that was just we threw it on. We needed to get it on, so
we did it like we normally do, and we pushed it in as tight as possible.
Yeah.
Doing so moved the pipe that was over the axle too close to the fuel tank, so undoing the rear one and just knocking
moving it back. Yeah. So yeah, I hope that helps you guys out. There's been quite a few comments. Thank you for everyone that has followed us. We just wanted to cover a few of them. Obviously we haven't covered everything. We're just pushing as much time as we've got to try and get this car done. So, but worst case, we're still gonna have a very well sorted Volvo at the end of it. Yeah. So, and it's a really good car to build the others off, isn't it? Because it's kind of OEM.
For me, it's gonna replace the Mini.
Yeah. So the Mini's a bit poorly, and we'll get onto that maybe in a future video. But we need a bigger unit, guys. So we need you to subscribe, buy some stickers, and yeah, become members and Patreons, and pay for our. I'm not going to call them the S word because children watch these videos, but the beatboxes.
We need to pay for stuff.
Yeah, we need to pay for stuff. The crap that we buy. Let's say it like that.
Right. I've not bought anything for this. It's all been gift cards.
Well, Mrs. S just said she couldn't see where the money was.
Which is true. You can't. The money I've spent on it, with the bonnet closed, you can't see any of it.
No, I know, I know.
Well, that's what you get for putting something back on.
That's an update, guys. Jackman's loving it. We're going to get some food and we'll be back at it. Finish bleeding these brakes and then see if we can at least get it moving and stopping without a brake error. And then we're just onto that issue thing.
We need to warm it up anyway.
That stuff.
Just finished all the brakes now. Mark's now putting the wheels back on. And as you can see, got brand new tyres all around.
Two nice Nankangs.
Yeah, all season ones. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. So we're now going to put the wheels on.
So we're going for a bit of a test drive. We think the brakes are fixed. They feel good. There's no brake warning light. There's no leaks. Definitely got a better pedal. We're getting there. Here she goes. Oh. Right. So what have we learned so far? There's a misfire. Definitely a misfire. It is so comfortable, isn't it, Jackman? Oh, Volvo 240s are so comfy. They're like boat-like. Be interested to see what the 245 is like with low suspension and low profile tyres. Oh, can anyone feel? It's so it levels out and then starts spluttering, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's the carb.
It's got to be
funny.
So all the ignition stuff's done. Jackman's done it all, and now it's.
Oh, now the indicator.
Now we've got an indicator. And got another bulb out. Brakes are like.
The brakes are
good.
amazing now. Uh oh.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna cut out here. You want to see the. She's not happy. She's not a happy bunny.
Bulb's not out. It just flashes fast every now and then.
It's got like a V8 cam.
That's just me keeping the head of it.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to have another quick look at this, guys. This is it's not happy at all. It won't even idle, would it?
No. Well, it idles, but it's just really.
So you could argue we could try and fix this. We are going to go and have a proper look at it again, but
we wanted to test the brakes.
We are literally down to our last hour of time to work on this now. It's spluttering, isn't it? Full send power. And we're doing 30.
And let's see what happens when I press the button.
Overdrive. Hey, the light comes on the dash as well.
And the idles are drops. There you go, overdrive.
Hey!
Well, that's one plus. Let's take it out false, which means no.
That's another thing off the list. That's that done.
Yeah.
So we needed it was all broken, but broke our supply all this, so a new switch and gear knob. So that's quite good. That's that fixed.
It's misfire. It's definitely
not happy, is it? We'll try and get maybe a faster road, see what it can do, but I don't really think it's worth it right now.
I'm looking at limp it back home.
Yeah.
The main thing is though, it's like you accelerate, it's fine.
It's at lower speeds, isn't it?
It's higher vacuum. So once the vacuum's high, it's messing up. It's if I'm I don't know.
It's very weird, but we're moving, which is a plus. And the brakes are
amazing. Definitely the master cylinder.
Jackman just did an emergency stop and a load of rust came out of the sunroof. That was Poor Jackman, I get rush showers every day at work, we don't need it.
But I'll test the brakes somehow.
Go on, do it, step on it. Yeah, they're good. They're really good. Oh, blooming car.
Well, I've just let Mark take a drive of it, and he decided to be quite energetic in the gear change, and
Drifting?
no, he was just being energetic and managed to pull the gear knob off. So now I don't have overdrive anymore because Mark's ripped it off. So that's another job that we have to fix.
We'll sort that in a minute, it's not a problem. Go from here, Jackman.
Go right.
Let's not do a Swedish drift into that.
No. Or anything really, it's not that happy still. But Mark's enjoying it so far.
There is definitely a misfire here, but what's this guy doing? There's people everywhere.
Yeah.
But I mean, the sheer power from it is just not there.
No, there is no power from it at all. But yeah, he's driving alright, considering the misfire. Mark's doing all the testing now, which is great considering Mark's drive. Stop it! Right, I'm going to stop filming now.
Alright, so this is the old master cylinder, obviously.
Yeah.
And we had a proper bit of an investigation of what's up with it.
It kind of had an investigation itself. So, warning to anyone that does in the future, when you remove the clip from the back, this will fly out at high speed.
That's gone.
So, I don't know where the clip's gone, but this managed to shoot out quite far, and it's also full of fluid. But you can see, hopefully,
yeah,
that
on camera obviously you can't feel it, but it's really notchy, isn't it?
But you can see here it's kind of like grey, and then here it goes to the aluminium colour, and you've got lines all the way down it where obviously
it's been wearing
out.
There's actually a chunk missing out of it though.
Yeah. And then you've got the other rubbers which has started to perish as well. So it was definitely the master cylinder that had gone.
The test drive's proven that.
Yeah.
It's really good now, isn't it?
So we did right by changing that.
Yeah, definitely. So we're gonna have a rum and coke.
And do the wheels.
Because neither of us have to drive now. And we're gonna paint the last two rear wheels so they match.
Yeah.
And I hope everyone had good fun at the show. We've tried our best. We really have tried. Well, Jackman has done way more than I have. It's just one of them, isn't it? We can't risk the misfire because it could potentially wreck other things. It's a long way for us.
Yeah, we just don't know what's causing that misfire. I think it's the diaphragm in the carb that's failed.
Yeah, and there's a carb on its way, so there's absolutely no point in messing around anymore. So thank you for everyone that's watching and supported it. Remember to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. But yeah, we'll bring you in a second just to finish the video, and we'll show you the wheels when they're done, as long as we're not too drunk.
Well, you might as well show the ones on the front because they're done. They will be done today.
We'll show you the ones that are done. So as Jackman said, the front ones are done. He's polished these outer beauty rings as well on the caps, so they're really nice. New caliper behind it as well, brand new tyres. She's good to go, she really is. So that's us signing out now. We really have tried our hardest with it. This is going to be Jackman's daily car, so we just don't want to risk it. It's just not worth it. But we really have done our best. We're filming this, I think we're clicking off now around 7 o'clock in the evening. Shop Cat's there. Big thank you for Jackman for doing all the filming, and catch you next one when we go back to getting this one up to the unit and get on with the 245. Thank you guys. And to cap it off, we're just about to paint the last two wheels, and you probably can't tell, but it's raining. Wonderful British weather. Last bit to do, and then carb, and then we can go.